Welcome back if you are following the previous days, and hello if you are new to this series. So, here I'm explaining some of the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes as I'm building out a product that's going to launch tomorrow. And yesterday we tested it, we found a few bugs, and today we're going to test it a bit more. And I'm going to show you the value proposition and why I believe this is going to be a great product for people. But first, let's go and have a look at where we are. So this is what it looks like now. You can see that I'm in good company. I have a bunch of different people in here. I have the Morning Maker, I have Mark, I have Tony Robbins, and I have Levels AI, and then I have a guy named Rob. And we're going to chat a bit to Rob. So a bit of the background for that is if we go to the webpage here and we go to Rob's profile. I was looking at him and figuring out, okay, so this is the guy who has made superx.so and he's made Liftoff, and I got curious what Liftoff is. And so I went to the website, and it turns out that Liftoff is a place for building your MVP very, very quickly. Now, I've had the idea for a long time that I wanted to build out a product like this because while I'm starting my portfolio of apps and my SaaS company, I do need to make sure to generate some revenue. And so actually this looks exactly like what I had in mind, but it's way simpler than what I had in mind. So it looks like a great starting point. And obviously I want to talk to Rob about what this is and how he has done it. And so this is going to be one of the tests we are going to go through now. And I haven't tried this on beforehand, so it'll be interesting to see what he says. And so for those of you who haven't followed my material before, what I've built here is an app that trains. Oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, that's really bad. So he hasn't talked about that publicly. We're going to just dive a bit more into his knowledge and see if we can figure out. Let's see. So this is one of the limitations of the app. Obviously, Rob can only talk about the things that he has actually talked about on his YouTube channel. And it appears that he hasn't really talked much about liftup.so. My approach is all about getting validation fast and efficient. The key is to focus on creating a project, because even in the simplest form. Yes, I mean. And now he goes into just his general approach. Okay, this is not what we actually wanted. I wanted somebody who would tell me more about software productization, because this is a segment I would really like to enter. So I'll need to look on for more coaches and somebody who could help me with this. I'm sure that the Rob in real person would be able to help with this, but unfortunately he hasn't talked on YouTube about these things. So it will not be easy for him for his AI clone to help me with that. Let's just try to give this one more shot. I had a question in mind. Never mind. Okay. Then let's try this out with another example. So over here, I saw today that Daniel was posting this question. It is so hard not to identify your self-worth as a founder. When the business is booming, you feel like you're on top of the world. When it doesn't, you feel like you're a loser. I'm trying to fix this. Do you have any advice? So we're going to copy this message. And over here, I have trained Tony Robbins on his YouTube channel. And I want to get some advice on this, just to see what he says. So for those who don't know Tony Robbins, he's basically the world leading expert in state management and how to really take good care of your inner self. And let's see, here's the thing. Your business is not your identity. Your worth isn't tied up to your ups and downs. It's crucial to redefine your identity beyond your business. I've been there myself, feeling like a fraud or questioning my success. What helped me and what can help you? Expanding your identity. Look at who you're beyond. What are your values, your passions, and your strengths? These are the anchors to keep you steady from the business. Also, reminder: progress equals happiness. It's not just about the outcome, but about the right. And so, what the AI is actually coming with here is a lot of the things that Tony Robbins would state on his tapes and other places. Let's try to ask him some concrete actions I could take to manage my downs. First of all, it's crucial to shift your focus to what you can control. I've trained myself to focus on what I can control over the years, and it's such a game changer. When you're feeling down, ask yourself, what can I influence right now? Next, embrace the discomfort. Growth often comes from pushing through challenges. If you're feeling stuck, design something that makes you grow. It might be a new project, learning a new skill, or even getting out of your comfort zone in your personal life. Also, focus on gratitude. So this is one of the things that's really big with Tony Robbins. It's the focus on gratitude because it really helps you get up in the morning and make sure that your life is full of meaning and that you actually start your day in a great state. So I'm really happy to see this because it shows that the training has gone really well for this avatar. When you train yourself to focus on what's missing, you find yourself in a state of gratitude. This can shift. And finally, remember that progress equals happiness. Set small, achievable goals that can lead to growth. Celebrate those wins, no matter how small they seem. And this is another really, really great technique that Tony is often talking about. Now, here's the cool thing, right? So we've gotten some advice from the AI coach, but if we want to dive deeper, we can actually go here and we can see the different videos this was based on and really dive more into the sources of how did Tony think about this and what is the whole story around the pieces that formed this particular answer. So there you have it. Basically trained, specialized AI coaches based off YouTube channels. Now let's try something interesting here, right? Because one of the things you don't want is you don't want your coach to go off and start guiding you in something that they're not qualified for. And so let's try this. we're just going to ask him to fix our segfault in our C++ program. See what he answers to that. Right. And so look at this. He nicely takes this and says, well, I can't help you with the segfault itself, but I can help you with the mindset about how you tackle the problems. So, and then he comes with a bunch of things that again focus back on how you can manage your state, which is his expertise. So let's try to be a little bit more forceful. And this is one of the things that I think is really important in the design of these coaches, right? They should not go outside of their domain because they don't know anything about those things. And so you see here again, he's really going back into how to grow as a person rather than focusing on the C++ problem itself. And I see he does go a little bit outside of what he probably knows because he starts talking about examining pointers and memory allocations, which I don't think the real Tony Robbins would do, but you know, there's that. I still think it's great that it goes back to where it actually has to be and talks about the mindset, which is his specialty. Okay, that was it for this small demo of what I'm launching tomorrow. If this is something that speaks to you, follow the channel and I'll be sure to post more on what I'm building and how I'm building with AI, such that you hopefully can get inspired or learn from it. And see you in the next one.